Hi everyone, welcome back to Bitcoingem channel. I hope you all are doing great. Let's look at Bitcoin. We're looking at Bitcoin weekly chart, and purely from trend perspective, it's still in a very healthy uptrend, making a series of higher highs and higher lows. So the trend is not broken. Currently, Bitcoin is making another higher low on the weekly. And as long as the previous low of 49K holds on the weekly, from trend point of view, the trend will still be intact. So either break of 49K or make or Bitcoin starts pumping, but it now makes a lower high. So this previous high is intact, and if it makes a lower high, you can make a case of trend that is now getting changed, or trend reversing, or trend slowing down. So for now, from the trend point of view, the trend is still intact. So now let's look at what are the important levels. So in my opinion, the most important level right now is at around 69K region on the weekly chart. This, in my opinion, is the most important level. As long as this level holds on the weekly, to me, this chart looks bullish. If price starts trending below this level, then I would say that this trend is in danger for me personally. Okay. And the all-time high of around 108, 109K, that is currently the major resistance for Bitcoin. So in other words, as long as Bitcoin holds this region of 68, 69K, it will keep attempting to break this all-time high of 808 and 109K. Whether it will be able to successfully break it or not, that we'll see. But it will keep going for the retest of resistance. So I try to keep my trading, my analysis as simple as possible. I don't over intellectualize things because I think that they make us over emotional, which in my opinion is not good for successful trading as well as successful investing. So as long as 69K holds, the risk to reward favors that if it goes to retest this all-time high, then there is still a good upside for me in Bitcoin. And as I say often, that until proven otherwise, support is still a support, resistance is still a resistance. So you get bullish at support, you get bearish at resistance. That's as simple as it goes. Okay. So from trend point of view, 69K region on the weekly chart. We're looking at weekly. Okay. I'm not talking about one day or few hours or 1 week. I'm talking about weekly closing. As long as we're getting it, I think we'll keep pushing higher. Whether we retest all-time high or we create a lower high, that is what we'll have to see. So now what are the important levels except this 69K and 110K for now? So let's go on the daily chart. And if we go on the daily chart, if you can check my Twitter, I told you very clearly in February that Bitcoin has lost this zone. And as long as Bitcoin is trading below, pressure would be towards downside. And any bounce that you get, you sell it or you short it. So it's clearly happening that way right now. So the important levels on the daily, when we look on the daily chart, there are few important levels that I want to give you. The first one is at around 75K over here. 70, let's round figure it at around 76K. As long as Bitcoin keeps getting daily closing below 76K, it will keep going and attempting this zone, which is at around 85K. So let me change all the daily important zones into some other color. So the blue line that you see are on the weekly time frames. The black line that you see are on the daily time frames now. These zones, in my opinion, are very important on the daily time frame. One is this 75, 76K region. As long as it is holding it as support, it will keep attempting to retest this zone of 85, 86K dollar region. Once it breaks, and if it breaks, then it will go to retest this at 97, 98K dollar region. And if it can break that, then it will go to retest all-time highs. So these are important levels for Bitcoin right now. Every range is almost of around $8 to $10,000. So you can simply, you know, trade in these ranges, or you can make your bias according to the range. So if this range is being held well, then you can look for the upside. If you are seeing this rejection over here, then you can look for the downside. If we lose support of this zone, then you can look for the further downside and come back over here at around 65, 66K. So 65K to 75K can be one region, 75K to 85K can be other region, 85K to 95K can be other region, and eventually 95K to all-time high of around 108, 109K. So keeping it very simple, these are important levels for Bitcoin in the midterm. And as long as these levels hold, I think it will be good to go. Overall, in my opinion, I will be entirely convinced that this bull trend is over once we lose 68, 69K on the weekly, or we lose it for good. Then, in my opinion, I think this trend will be over. And in that scenario, if at all we lose 69K, then I don't see Bitcoin stopping at around 45, 49K this time. I see it going all the way down to around 30K. So 30, 31K would be my target if at all Bitcoin loses 69K. So for me, it's very important that it holds 69K, because this trend, 48, 49K was intact and it was this trend support. So if at all we are losing this trend entirely, then I don't see it stopping just at 48, 49K. I see it going and coming back to retest these important zones on macro at 31K, 30K dollar region. So for me, 69K is extremely important. If that's over, then I think it's over for Bitcoin. And for now, of course, long term, I'm very bullish on Bitcoin. But the bull trend, in my opinion, would be over. It would also be break of this trend. You can see this trend. If let's say Bitcoin loses this trend, sorry, Bitcoin loses 69K, then it's over for the trend. And then I see it going lower all the way down to 30, 31K. So as long as 69K holds, there is still upside. There is still an opportunity for bulls to regain the momentum and go for all-time highs, or go for at least higher prices to 98, 99K, 100K. But if 69K is lost, then the trend, in my opinion, is over. If you're looking to simply trade, then I think focus on these ranges, 75K to 85K. If 75K is lost, focus on 65K, and then you can see where it goes. Okay. This $10,000 range lump sum, I think, is a good range for anyone who wants to trade. Long supports, take profits at resistance, is as simple as that. Keep it simple, don't complicate trading. News sometimes can be overwhelming, and it's job of the people in news to sensationalize everything and to take people on emotional ride. So don't go for that emotional ride. If news is affecting you, if crashes are affecting you, stay away from market some days and come back with a healthy mind. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Take care. I'm going to upload a lot more videos this week and next week. I'll look into a lot of altcoins to help you analyze their strength or weakness. So I hope you support as always. Take care, everyone. Bye bye.